The Differentiation of Warm Diseases, written by the Qing Dynasty physician Wu Tang. Chapter 2, Upper Burner Section, Sections 1 to 2. Translated into modern Chinese. 1. Warm diseases include 9 types: wind warmth, warm heat, warm epidemic, warm toxin, summer warmth, damp warmth, autumn dryness, winter warmth, and warm malaria. These conditions are more commonly found in the Shanghan examples of Wang Shuhe. In these examples, Shuhe cites passages from the Nanjing to strengthen his viewpoints. According to the seasonal patterns, he speculates about illnesses, and these manifestations indeed exist. Although Shuhe encountered these patterns in his treatment of diseases, he didn't provide clear treatment methods for them, merely recording them within the Shanghan examples, resulting in some confusion. Using Shanghan Lun as an ingenious method for treating external diseases, categorizing all external diseases under the Shanghan category, and applying Shanghan treatment methods to treat them became a mindset that subsequent physicians couldn't overcome. Therefore, they merely summarized on the existing basis. Over the course of more than 1,000 years, this limitation led to various issues, most of which could be attributed to Shuhe's work. As a result, it's no wonder that there were many opposing voices to Shuhe among later medical practitioners, and many doctors put forth diverse interpretations. However, they still couldn't break free from the framework of the Shanghan Lun. This treatise establishes treatment methods meticulously through detailed examinations and comparisons of ancient and modern practices. Apart from the Shanghan Zhongzhongjing's methods, it provides clear treatment approaches for various miscellaneous diseases that arise between the 4 seasons, making the treatment methods more comprehensive. These issues weren't originated by Shuhe, but rather arose from the discussions of predecessors such as Dong Yuan, Hejian, Ondao, Yuk, Shiyuan, and Tianxia Hong. Tang, sounds like Tang, refined these viewpoints. Wind warmth occurs at the onset of early spring when yang qi begins to circulate, and both wind and warmth are simultaneously active. Warm heat occurs at the end of spring and the beginning of summer when yang qi is loose and expansive, leading to a prevalence of warmth and heat. Warm epidemic is driven by severe cold, often accompanied by foul qi, affecting every household, as if everyone is conscripted and pressed into service. Warm toxin accompanies various warm diseases, exhibiting varying degrees of toxicity and severity. Summer warmth emerges during the summer season, with disease tendencies leaning towards heat-related illnesses. Damp warmth arises in early autumn, as dampness generates internal heat, resulting in damp heat diseases. Autumn dryness emerges in the autumn season when the metal qi, associated with the lung, is dry and severe. Winter warmth occurs during the cold winter months, when warmth-related diseases appear despite the expectation of cold. Yang qi fails to hide, causing people to experience warmth-related symptoms. Warm malaria occurs when yin qi is weakened and combined with summer heat, causing isolated outbursts of yang qi. In various disease classifications, it's common to overlook certain symptoms while overemphasizing others. Thus, the arrangement of this book places the outline of warm diseases at the forefront to highlight its importance, earning it the title, The Differentiation of Warm Diseases. 2. All warm diseases originate in the upper burner, starting from the Han-Tai-Yin meridian. Shanghan diseases gradually progress from the superficial pores and move upward, initially invading the foot-Tai-Yang meridian, which belongs to the water channels. Cold, being similar to the nature of water, influences each other. Therefore, diseases initially occur here. Though traditionally the bladder meridian is associated with the exterior, this interpretation might not fully elucidate its meaning. The lungs are the primary organ for the skin, yet their role in overseeing the exterior isn't explicit. Treatment methods must fundamentally follow Zhongzhongjing's principles as passed down in the 6 channels differentiation. Warm diseases enter through the mouth and nose, descending from the upper body. Since the nose connects to the lungs, they initially occur in the Han-Tai-Yin meridian, which belongs to the metal element. Warm diseases belong to the nature of fire, and wind is the mother of fire. Fire has never failed to dominate over metal. Therefore, diseases initially occur here. This must be explained through the theory of the Hejian Sanjiao, triple burner. Additionally, even in the Treatise on Cold Damage, Shanghan Lun, it mentions wind cold, but this type of wind actually comes from the northwest and is influenced by cold wind. It's highly effective at spreading. When yang is excessive, it harms yin, thus it first suppresses the yang qi in the Tai-yang meridian, resulting in symptoms like headaches and fever. Tai-yang belongs to the yang fu, and Shanghan is yin pathogenic factors. When yin becomes excessively strong, it damages yang. Warm diseases belong to yang pathogenic factors. This theory is also known as wind heat. This wind originates from the east, usually generated by thawing. Being most effective at spreading, excessive yang inevitably harms yin. Therefore, it first suppresses the yin qi in the Tai-yin meridian, leading to symptoms like coughing, spontaneous sweating, thirst, headaches, and fever. Tai-yin belongs to the yin organs, and warmth and heat belong to yang pathogenic factors. Excessive yang will harm yin. The distinction between the principles of yin and yang is becoming clearer. The Great Qing Dynasty represents the east, and the moon represents the west. Everything is generated through the interaction of lesser yang and lesser yin qi. All things can be named using these two, such as people and things from the east, which are governed by the interaction between the east and west. The climate of the east and west is most comprehensive, corresponding with the climate of heaven and earth. Consequently, their diseases correspond with the climate of heaven and earth. The east and west are the reverse path of yin and yang. Coming from the east, they belong to the wood element and wind. Being a fire element, warmth and heat arise. Damp earth is located in the center, and when it interacts with fire, it produces summer heat. Fire represents the south and comes from the west, belonging to metal and dryness. Water represents the north. Water and fire symbolize yin and yang. The extremes of yin and yang are represented by the north and south. The operation of heaven and earth generates all things through the balance of yin and yang. Therefore, heaven and earth provide no specific favors but generate immense blessings. The operation of heaven and earth maintains the balance of yin and yang, and the balance of yin and yang in humans also maintains health. Deviations from balance lead to disease. Diseases with mild deviations have lighter severity, while those with profound deviations are more severe. If inclined towards fire, warmth-related symptoms arise. If inclined towards water, damp-cold symptoms occur. This is the distinction between the two major principles of water and fire. Physicians must understand this. When dealing with water-related diseases, treat them with approaches suitable for water-related diseases, but also incorporate methods for treating warmth-related diseases. When addressing fire-related diseases, use methods suited for fire-related diseases, but also integrate treatments for cold-related diseases. Treat the deviations separately to restore balance. However, it's not an empty reflection like a mirror, flawless and perfect. Instead, it's like a balanced scale, steady without reliance, unable to truly manifest the profundity of the Tao. How can each establish their own faction, advocating exclusively for cold, heat, warmth, or coolness? Tang differentiates here, explaining that cold diseases originate from water and warm diseases from fire, and provides an explanation. Note, according to the principle that each organ governs the skin's external appearance, people often have habits, but not necessarily a deep understanding. From the perspective of the three forces grand path, heaven and earth are the greatest representation of all things. Heaven belongs to metal, and a person's lungs also belong to metal. Lungs govern the skin and hair. The Huangdi Nanjing states that the skin responds to the qi of heaven, and heaven generates water. The beginning of the earthly branches is water, and it's the meeting point of heaven and earth. The bladder in humans is associated with cold water, making it akin to weather, and it also governs the exterior. To be continued.